What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of NBA Heat Check, man. And we getting it fired up, man, because it's All-Star Weekend. NBA All-Star Game, Rising Stars Challenge right now. We're gonna talk about that. 3-point contest, of course, and the All-Star Game. They got a whole new format. I don't know about all this stuff, man, but we're gonna get into it. A star retired, a future Hall of Famer is hanging it up. We're going to talk about that. Also, tanking in the NBA. Is it a problem? Is there a solution to it? There's a lot of people bringing up wild solutions and different things like that. So definitely going to get into that. But I'm your host on Popular Opinion Sports here with my co-host, Big Pat Sports Talk, man. This NBA Heat Check. What's good, man? It's
Man,
getting
nothing
heated up,
much.
man. Let's go.
You're here to talk about the NBA or NBA Heat Check. Um, Tanking in the NBA, definitely a subject that needs to be touched on. Got the All Star Weekend going here, the All Star Game, and just ready to talk some basketball, man. Ready to get into it.
All right, man. That being said, man, let's get it fired up, man. Heat check, man. We ready to go. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's get it fired up, man. Here on NBA Heat Check. Rising Stars Challenge on right now. I'm not big into this All-Star game, this All-Star festivity anymore. As they got Team Vince 31 right now over Team T-Mac 29. Game 2, they got different games. It's a whole new format. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the All-Star game format, man. But what's good with you, Pat, man? How you doing, man? How you feeling about NBA All-Star Weekend?
I
Are you
mean,
excited?
no, because the All Star Game is nowhere near what it used to be. Just like the Pro Bowl is nowhere near where it used to be. They don't even play a Pro Bowl game anymore. Play flag football. So it's just, I guess you just take it as an honor that your peers voted you to be one of the top stars in the game and get your check and chill out. That's what it's about now. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't take it serious anymore. And there's a saying that they stopped taking it serious when LeBron didn't take on the challenge of Kobe Bryant one-on-one. He passed the ball and got rid of it, and everybody was like, "What you doing? Everybody want to see you go against Kobe. What you passing the ball for?" So it is what it is.
Interesting. Very interesting, man. But appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button on your way in. Yeah, so as we get into this All-Star weekend, They have changed the format here for the game. So we're gonna talk about that here a little bit. So the 75th NBA All-Star Game will feature a round robin mini tournament with 4 12-minute games. Listen up. Game 1, US Stars versus World. And I'm gonna give you guys the teams and what they look like here in a second. But US Stars versus World, US Stripes versus winning team of Game 1. So they got 3 different teams: US Stars, US Stripes, and World. So it's pretty much the US versus the world. How they paint out a lot of these things. If you pay attention to, the news. But anyway, US Stripes versus losing team of Game 1. That's a Game 3. And then the All-Star Championship is Game 4, which is the 2 top teams from round robin play. Now, if they all finish 1-1 after the round robin games, the first tiebreaker will be the point differential across each team's 2 games.
Okay.
What do you think about that format, and do you like it?
Man, listen, bro. It should be how it used to be. It should be like the Hollywood stars and everybody getting the pickup game, doing that game first. There should be the dunk contest and the 3-point contest. You could put that what's that, the rookies versus the second year guys on the same, in there, and then it should be the All-Star game. Like, all this other stuff is crazy. Like, I don't even get this stuff. I just want to see, the stars go at each other like they used to, man.
Yeah. So there you see the teams. The 2 US teams, and then the world. The world, they got all the international players, so that's what they trying to paint it out to be. The US players versus the international players, because they saying the international players is taking over the game. You got Giannis, Luka, Gilgeous Alexander, Jokic, Jamal Murray, Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, Sengun. I mean, pretty good team. But US, they got Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, the Jalen's, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, De'Aaron Fox, Brandon Ingram, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, and then the I guess is the Stars team. Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Durant, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Johnson, and Tyrese Maxey. So instead of East versus West, right? They doing this thing right here, and it's real kind of messy, to be honest with you.
Right,
man.
real messy.
Like it's I don't know. I mean, you got LeBron and KD on the same team with Kawhi Leonard. I mean, you got kind of all the old dudes, and then you got Cade Cunningham, Ant Edwards, Chet, all them guys, Tyrese Maxey on the Stars team. So it's kind of like they just it's more separation, bro, is what I see. More separation. I'm tired of this. See what I'm saying? Here we go. More separation, even with the All-Star game. So you separate the old dudes from the young dudes, pretty much, in a sense, and then you separate the U.S. guys from the international guys, is what you call them. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, this is weird, man.
This is fucking nonsense. Like, I'm not feeling it. Are y'all feeling it? You know what I'm saying? Y'all comment in the chat, man. Look, I don't know about this one, bro.
It just seems messy, like you said. It's I don't know, man. It's I guess it's what you do when everybody's not interested in proving who's the best star in the league anymore, man. Like when you had guys like Jordan, Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Duncan, Shaq, like all those guys, they went 50 to 60% the first 3 quarters, but that fourth quarter they were going off. They were trying to win. They were trying to show who was the best. I remember that one time the East came back from like a 20-some point deficit in the fourth quarter and won.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to see the matchups that you want. You got to see a Duncan versus a Kevin Garnett at times, or a Duncan versus one of the top East power forwards. It was, it was exciting to watch, man, especially in the 90s and in the mid 2000s to the 2000 to about 2008. They were getting busy out there, man. But now it's just whatever. We could go out there and put the same type of game out there.
It's corny, bro. It's mad corny, man. I don't like it, but y'all watch at your own free will. And then there's the 3-point contest. So here are your contestants: Con Knipple, Dame Lillard, Jamal Murray, Tyrese Maxey, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Norman Powell, and Bobby Portis. So there's been a little bit of a fuss made here with this one, Pat, because Dame Lillard, he ain't playing this shit. He's out. He's hurt. But he's coming back to participate in this. How you feel about that? An injured player coming back to participate in a contest for the All-Star game.
I mean, it's a 3-point contest, so there's no risk of injury. So it's not like he's going out there running up and down the court and like, oh, he's sitting out. He's not injured. He's sitting out. No, he's participating in a 3-point contest. You got barely moved to do that. So, and it's really literally he's on Portland still, right?
Yeah, he went back to Portland. Remember they
got hurt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Portland is cool with it, then why shouldn't you be cool with it? I mean, if he can't go full speed when it comes to the court, I don't see anything wrong with him, sitting out till he's fully healthy to go up and down the court. But if he's good enough to participate in the 3-point contest, then let him. I mean, the All-Star Weekend needs something. You know what I'm saying? They need something. So
yeah, you get you get a hobbled Dame Lillard out there, man, and I mean that just goes to show you how pathetic the All-Star Weekend is now, man. I mean, this is what you hyping up. Dame Lillard need to sit his ass down somewhere, in my honest opinion, man. All the fame and just, I mean, these players, I mean, they're glorifying their stardom a little bit much nowadays. I feel like, I mean, just chill the fuck out. I mean, it's cool if you want to do it. I'm not mad at it, but it's just, I don't know, man. Not my style per se, but he does have odds to win. A lot of people want to see it. I'm unpopular opinion sports. It is not to be unpopular. It's just I don't necessarily. I don't feel like this is a great idea per se. If it is just you wanting to show up and stay relevant in the public eye. I don't know. Like, what's your goal for doing this? You're not active this year. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of things I think about. Like, but if he wants to do it, NBA is gonna let him. So be it. He's not the favorite though. It's Con Knipple. It's a hell of a name, boy. I tell you.
That is a name. But he can shoot though.
Yes, he can, man, and that's why he is the favorite, man. So, but Lillard's right there at plus 475.
Con Knipple, boy.
Oh man, I tell you. So, if anyone cares, Team Vince defeats Team T-Mac, and Team Vince is to face Team Mello in the championship game. This is NBA got to do better, man. The NFL, I get on the NFL a lot though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all watch the NFL on ABSN. Watch the Aboriginal Sports Network. Just watch me and Pat in general, or just myself, man. Like, I get on the NFL, but this NBA stuff is just trash too, man. Because it's like, what are we doing here, bro?
It's weird.
I don't even know what else they got going on.
I mean, the NBA All-Star Week is not good, bro. Like, all these All-Star weekends aren't good anymore. And I don't even think they're trying anymore. You know what I'm saying?
They're not.
You're not even trying to give your fans something.
All right. So here's the dunk contest, guys. This is what I was looking for. Very star-studded list. You got Carter Bryant, and no disrespect to these guys at all, man. I mean, I hope they go out there, shine, get creative, get original, bring back the luster of, because the dunk contest is dead pretty much. Bring back some of the luster if y'all can. But star-studded list here. This is what we get: Carter Bryant, no, not Kobe. Carter Bryant, Jackson Hayes, Keyshawn Johnson, and Jace Richardson. Not Josh Richardson. Jace.
I don't know who these dudes are.
Got me beat, bro. You got me beat. Because I if anybody in the chat, like, I don't know. I don't have no information for y'all on any of these guys, or who should be the favorite, or if any of them could win it. I honestly don't. You know what I'm saying? It may be a bad job on me doing this show, but it just goes to show you how watered down this All-Star weekend is. And we're going to cover it because it's heat check, and it is All-Star weekend. There are NBA fans that do, still get hyped up for this. I guess there's still a few out there, but I don't know, man. Who you got, man? You got Jace, Carter Bryant, Jackson, not Dart, Jackson Hayes.
I don't got nobody in this room. I ain't never really seen these dudes dunk like that. And like I said, maybe that's on me, but I ain't never seen none of these dudes, bro.
Got me beat, bro.
Like, I'm stumped.
All right. But yeah, that's that. And then they got the the shooting stars contest. And then you have those participants, Scotty Barnes team. They got all it. They separate them all into 4 teams now. Everything is split up into fours now. Got 4 different games, 12 minutes. You know, 4 teams here with this one. You know, all right. Team All Star: Scotty Barnes, Chet Holmgren, Richard Hamilton. All right. You know, this gets a this is probably the most intrigued I've been in the 20 minutes since we
So
started
this
this
is like
show.
a 3-on-3 type game, or
It appears to be,
so they trying
so
to
yeah, they
yeah.
all with this 3-on-3 shit now. You know what I'm saying? But you get Rip Hamilton out there, so you get some old guys. I like to see them suit up and see what they still got. So a little interesting. Then you get Team Harper. This one's real interesting right here. Dylan Harper, Ron Harper Jr., and Ron Harper, the NBA legend. So, yeah, man, I like that. You got Team Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Allen Houston, and Team Cameron, Jalen Johnson, Con Knipple, and Corey Maggette. I guess those would be the Duke guys. So, but yeah, this is about the best you're gonna get, in my opinion, with this All-Star weekend.
That's a fact. That is the absolute best you're gonna get.
I'm a little intrigued with this one. Just a smidget. The rest of that shit, you can keep it. What you think, bro?
I'm on the same wavelength. I don't know what's really going on with the All-Star game and all that going on. This is probably the best thing that they got going right now. And if you look at the 3-on-3 type games, you got the big three, and you got the YouTube one-on-one scene. So they're trying to get involved in that. So the NBA, you need to leave them alone, let them do what they do. They got a good product. So why are you trying to put this out now and try to, look at you could get some of they views and stuff? It's weird. You the NBA, but it is what it is. But this is probably the most intriguing part to this whole All-Star weekend. This right here.
Yeah, it appears to be, bro. Because the dunk contest, I can't. 3-point contest is meh. The All-Star game is just trash. And this Rising Stars game ain't hitting on much either.
You got injured people coming back in to playing the All-Star weekend, so it's the trouble.
Oh my God, bro. This is NBA Heat Check. I'm your host, Unpopular Opinion Sports, with my co-host, Big Pat Sports Talk, man. We talking NBA All-Star Weekend, but we're about to shift gears, man, and getting to a little bit of a different topic here. And we're going to talk about tanking. We're going to talk about tanking in the NBA because I believe it was the Utah Jazz and the who else was it? The Wizards, I think, got fined.
Sitting players on purpose or something like that.
Sitting players on purpose because they wanted to lose the game, and yeah, it's not a good look, and to me, yeah, here I go again. Unpopular opinions. I know y'all get tired of it, but we'll just call this one radical. it just proves more of the fact that s- these sports leagues that are driven by sports betting now and media, big media companies, is contrived and set up to fool the consumer. And it's just it you continue to see it. Now I think baseball got something else coming out with guys with tipping pitches or something like it just continues. The NBA they just had something. The NFL had guys suspended, man, for betting on games, and like it continues. And um not only are they, you see what I'm saying, it's the integrity, because if you betting on the game and then you got teams that's losing on purpose and want to lose, how can you trust what's going on out there? You see what I mean? So and that's kind of where I want to go, before we kind of get into some of the theories, about how to so-called fix it. um I just want to go there for a second, because people got to open up their eyes and really start to look at, and not just watch with your eyes, but like with your senses and your gut feelings, and like what's it telling you? Because you know you putting your money, you putting your energy into this thing, and like I said, a lot of people, you know, they bet money, billions of dollars, millions of dollars on sports. And are you is it legit? You see what I'm saying? Is it legit? You know? And now the NBA is outright telling you that there are teams losing games on purpose. They're telling you that. So there's no arguing about whether this is happening or not, because it's a discussion being had about it and how to so-called fix it. There's no fixing anything. What are you fixing? You can't fix the people that own the damn league. So I just want to drop that on y'all real quick, man. Before we get into this, man, want to get my brother's opinion on this. What you think about all this, man? Before we dive deep into it.
I just think it's a slap to the face for paying fans. That pay to go watch these games and go pay to watch their favorite team play and their favorite stars play. It's a slap in the face when these guys are sitting out games on purpose, and losing games on purpose. I think it destroys the integrity of the sport, and it just validates what some of the old school guys are saying. Like, bro, like we ain't get no week full of rest, and we play 82 games. If we had to play 82, that's what you on the schedule for, and that's what you get paid for. You get paid to play 82 games. And so some of
Mhm.
those old guys, they have a right to say, hey, look, y'all messing up the game. And like I said, a lot of this stuff started with, people like LeBron and them, sitting on the bench, getting rest days or whatever they call them, and when they let that slide, now it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now everybody wants to do it. Everybody wants to sit out. And now they're figuring out a way to, well, heck, we can tank this way too. We could just sit, we could just rest our top players like the Utah Jazz. They got a heck of a
Mhm.
team, man. And they're trying to tank to get a maybe a top three, the top five pick, or maybe even the number one pick, and add that to it. And then they're gonna get right to it next season. So,
Mhm.
but it just destroys the integrity of the game, and it makes it just, I don't know, man. It makes team building so trash, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, develop. Why are you trying to get top picks every year and everybody's trying to tank to get a top pick? The 76ers tanked for like 3, 4 years in a row to get like three number 1 picks in 4 years, and then the other year they had like the number 2 pick. Like it's whack, man. And the lottery can only stop that so much. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think about. I just think it's a trash way to do a competitive sport that people put their time and energy in and money in. You know, sports bet and everything. Like, have some integrity. If you're gonna sports bet, play. You know what I'm saying? May the best team win. You know, don't contrive it to where you get money from both sides. Basically,
Right.
it is what it is, though.
Yeah, and you know, there are theories about what to do about it, and so there's some people throwing out some things. So I'm gonna get into that. But again, don't let these leagues fool y'all into thinking that this stuff is nothing more than entertainment. And that's all I'm saying. You know, you watch this stuff like you watch a movie on the big screen. Because that's what it is. You know, and it's not taken away from anybody that's going out there playing the game and doing it the right way. Overall, the controllers and the handlers of these leagues contrive it. It just is what it is. You know, if you're in it, if I work for a company and the company's corrupt, it don't make me corrupt. It just make me caught up in a corrupt system. That's all it does. So that's the way to look at it. And that's the only way I look at it, because I can't pinpoint anybody that's doing anything wrong or anything like that. There's no NFL fouls, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's just obvious that with things like tanking and so many so-called scandals with betting coming out now, I mean, you can't help but come to the conclusion that this stuff is, you know, contrived, however you want to word it or put it, you know. But let's dive into some of the so-called solutions. All right. So, all right, Pat. So, this one comes up, and I probably should have did this as a on the money or out of pocket. This was pretty radical. So, let's see. Oh yeah, David Dennis Jr. This is his take. Okay, so David Dennis Jr., NBA analyst on ESPN. He says if you want to get rid of tanking, you get rid of the draft. Now, I was going to do a separate reaction video to this, but I'll say this one just for y'all on Heat Check, man. Y'all hit that like button. I'm getting exclusives here. Now, I know people are going to be like, man, this is wild. Okay, so let's read a little bit about what his take is. All right. Let's see if I can get it right there. Good. All right. Says if you want to get rid of tanking, you get rid of the draft. It's a simple solution, he stated. If you want to lure good players, what you need to do, here's the thing. If you are a player and you get to choose where you want to go, if you're the Nets, if you're the Jazz, and you're not gonna build losing teams around because you want to impress the rookies that are coming in. So he's saying that, you know, you're going to try harder to build a winning team to impress the rookies, because otherwise they're going to choose to go elsewhere. He says, so you get rid of the draft, let rookies choose where they want to go, and they're going to choose the best organizations. So you have to present yourself as a great organization. So he's saying that if you want to get rid of tanking, then you got to make the teams try harder to present themselves as good organizations to attract rookies. So this is basically like free agency for rookies. Now, people are gonna say, well, wait a minute. There's no way you can let rookies choose where they want to go. And my pushback to that is like, why not? And the only thing I'm saying is I don't think you should get rid of the draft. I just think it's like anything else. Just like college recruiting, just like NBA and NFL free agency. Why are the college kids coming out of college hamstrung? And remember, guys like Caleb Williams, he didn't want to go to the Bears. Eli Manning clearly didn't want to go to the Chargers. So you had situations like that. So I don't think this is as radical as people were making it out to be. You know, they made fun of him on First Take or whatever. But I watched the clip. But I just think it's an interesting conversation of what to do about tanking. You know, because people like Stephen A. Smith saying, you know, just fine them. These guys get billions of fucking dollars. Give a fuck about a fine. The fine's not gonna hurt them. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is more impactful to the player and empowering to the player, and that's why I think they laughing it off, man. But go ahead, man. I'm interested to get your take on this.
No, I think it's a horrible idea to do that, because the player empowerment movement is the reason why your league is the way it is now. LeBron and them going and forming these super teams and everything, that's the way it dipped the way it really dipped the competitiveness in the league when he did that, when he went to the Heat and forming that super team, and then Kevin Durant goes to Golden State Warriors, and all these guys trying to link up and play with each other. So now you're just telling them to do it themselves. So what if the top 3 college players are all on one team now? You see what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense, you know. And that's a horrible idea, because now you're giving these kids way too much power. The luster of of any draft is, this is the next guy that can take your franchise to the next level. He has to go there. He has to work. He has to put in the work. He has to become his best self in order to represent your franchise. So that's a horrible idea, and that's just going to make the league even more of a laughing stock, because now all your top rookies are going to want to play with each other. That's just a fact. So if you had a draft with Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, and all those guys, and they talk, hey, everybody, let's go to the Milwaukee Bucks and play with Giannis. You know what I'm saying? That it really doesn't make any sense when you look at the whole shebang of things. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this: those fines are not going to do anything to those NBA teams if they rest of their players and want to tank. You just got to take away what they're tanking for. Okay, you want to tank? Well, you're not going to get a first-round pick. We're going to take your first-round pick from you. That's what's going to make you play ball. Because now, what you going to tank for now? We catch you tanking, you're not going to get that pick that you so covetedly wanted. And now you're not going to get a first-round pick, period. You could be bad and still get a lottery pick. Make a good pick at whatever spot you are. But now you want to tank, you want to sit your best players, you want to defile the league and make it the league an embarrassment. Well, you won't get that first round pick. So you just tank the whole season for no reason.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
That is one of the solutions being brought up as well. I think somebody said, what if you flipped it? Like if you catch somebody tanking and they're like picking second, or say they picking first and they get caught tanking, then they just drop down to like fifth and you just move everybody else up. Like you lose like draft positioning or something like that.
Yeah,
you know
whatever you want to do with the draft position, I think that's the best way to do it.
But I think the lottery, I look, the lottery is interesting. And it works to a degree, but here's the thing. If teams are still wanting to tank and you already got a lottery in place, like what you see what I'm saying? What other measures, you know what I'm saying? And if you're going to take draft picks away from teams that are tanking, then it's kind of like, okay, why are we doing this? You see what I'm saying? Why are you and I think that's what David Dennis Jr. was getting at, is like, cause they not learning. But I don't think empowering players is the problem. I think the problem is more so that teams are trying to get better that are at the bottom of the league, because they're, you know, a lot of them are in smaller markets and, you know, are you know, struggling to put together rosters. And it's like, if you already got stars, like you said, moving around at the top, then the rookies should have more incentive somehow or some way to want to go to those bad teams. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think getting rid of the draft is the solution to it. I just think some way, somehow, you got to incentivize. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be some type of measure put in place to where you can't, like the Spurs shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Shouldn't be getting the first overall pick. Like shit like that shouldn't happen. But you got the draft lottery, and then you got still people tanking. So it's kind of like, do you just leave it alone because you already got a lottery in place, or do you put more drastic measures?
No, what you do is,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
You can't do it the way that he's doing it, because you're just gonna make more of a mess of things. They're gonna go to teams that they want to go to, and a lot of them are gonna team up and want to play together. I promise you, that's what's going to happen.
You already got NIL in college right now. You already got NIL going on. You got the transfer portal just out of control.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of, you know, even what me and you talk about, a lot of this stuff is moving towards individualism and, you know, stars branding their own individual brand, and say that's why the owners, you know, are trying to put more measures in place to protect their side of it. You see what I'm saying? So now it's kind of like the playing field is evening out, will be evening out more if you did this, but it wouldn't make good for the league. You see what I'm saying? As a whole, it's a league pushback. not a player perspective. You see what I'm saying?
It wouldn't even out anything. It would just make it worse. These dudes are gonna want to go to the Celtics, the Lakers. All of them are those top teams. Why would I go to a small market team? I get to choose who I get to go to.
That's what I'm saying. It's worse for the product, is what I'm saying. It's better for the player. It's the same. I'm gonna put it like this to you. It's the same conversation that baseball is gonna be having here with their upcoming because they don't want a salary cap. You know what I'm saying? Because the salary cap is what is worse for the players, but it's better for the league. And I think that's what this conversation. You're right. You're absolutely right. And I agree with you. I don't agree with getting rid of. I like to bring up the conversation. I like to look at both sides of it and kind of view it from an overall macro perspective. You know,
here's a solution to it with all the lottery and everything. I think it's like 14 teams that's in a lottery. Take that 14 teams down and make it the top 3 teams, and have those guys with the ping pong balls and let them decide. The 3 worst teams are going to get the top 3 picks. It's just flipped on how you do. I think that's a dope idea. You know what I'm saying? It still incentivizes you to play better, and it's not guaranteed to give you the number 1 pick. But take all those other teams, like a team that's almost in the playoffs, almost in the play-in, and they get the number 1 pick. That's stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? Those bottom 3 teams, you put them in a lottery, and then you put this in place too. If we catch you tanking, we're taking your pick from you. I'm telling you, you do it that way, and the kids, they're getting privilege of being drafted to the NBA number 1, number 2, number 3, or in the lottery. You know, you got to bring back the players that want to go to a situation and make that situation better and want to be the best. It's not all about who can I play with and who can I, form this all-star team with, and we could go win because we're just so much better than everybody else because it's a whole conglomerate of talent put together. People like Patrick Ewing, people like Jordan, people like Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. They didn't get to choose where they wanted to go. They just went to their respective teams and they elevated. I think that's the greatest part of sports. Joe Montana drafted to the 49ers. He elevated himself. Dan Marino elevated himself. John Elway. If you're that good to where you're the number 1 pick, you're the next big thing, it shouldn't matter where you go, because as long as you develop, they can build something around you. So make these NBA teams develop, make these players come out and prove that they're the best because they're being picked in the lottery as the best, and make them go out there and play, and make all these teams play basketball throughout the whole season. If we catch you doing some BS or sitting your players and not making them play, only letting them play 5 minutes and you sitting them down the whole 4th quarter and everything, no, that ain't gonna fly. Y'all gonna go out there and play, and you're gonna go out there and try to win some basketball games. And if you just so happen to get your butt whooped because you're just not that good, then you're just not that good. You've proven that you're not that good. You deserve to have a chance to get the number 1 pick because you got your ass beat all season. Right. Even though you was competing. You see what I'm saying? Like, bring some purity back to the sport. I understand player empowerment, and I want these kids to go to situations where they are, coveted, but you gotta make the NBA develop. Go out there and coach these kids. Make these guys develop low post games. That's the reason why we don't have no more big men. There's no more development anymore. They just put them out there, dribble, shoot. That's it. Yeah. And you're always going to have this product. So taking away the NBA draft and letting them choose where they want to go, man, that's a horrible idea. Because you're just going to get more LeBron James situations. Hey, everybody, let's go to the Heat. So the top 5 players in the NBA draft all go to one team. That's stupid.
Hey, but think about this though. I do like to play, the other side of it a little bit. If 5 best rookies went to the dang on Charlotte Hornets or something, they might actually be fucking good. If that was the case, if Ricky started teaming up on the bad teams, it would make the bad teams better. But anyway, Coach, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you tapping in, man. All right, we're gonna leave that one there. Good conversation, Pat, man. Appreciate you on that one. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here with all right, man. So end of let's go with this one. Send your boy out on his welcome, on his goodbye. Mr. Chris Paul. Chris Paul hanging it up. Chris Paul hanging it up announces retirement after 21 seasons. Chris Paul was waived. He was waived by the Toronto Raptors and finally gave up the ring chase. I mean, this guy was chasing the rings. Like chasing rings for years and years and years. Never got it, unfortunately for Chris. Hell of a basketball player, though, man. I cannot stress that enough here, because a lot of times, when a player goes out, like a Chris Paul, that didn't get to be a champion, kind of went out on his last leg, with the Clippers, getting traded to Toronto. You're not gonna play for Toronto, you know what I'm saying? At the end of your career, so kind of a whimpering moment, I feel like. Do you feel like Chris Paul should have got more respect? Or do you feel like Chris Paul should have got a better send-off for his last season in the NBA? I mean, he had to know this was his last one, but, I don't know, man. It's kind of sad to be honest with you, I mean, when the guy was out there, he played his ass off, but so many injuries, man, and just couldn't win that ring, man. But what's your thoughts on Chris Paul, on his career, and do you think he should have got a better send-off?
I just think in the situations that he chose,
Coach crazy.
I mean, that's basically what it is, Coach. All of what it is, it's dumb. But as far as being a send-off, I think his choices at the end of his career made it to where his send-off wasn't as good as it was supposed to be. It said he was ruffling feathers over there with the Clippers and everything. Mm-hmm. And injuries, certain things happened to him. Should have got something over there in Houston if James Harden was a playoff player. I think everything that happened in Chris Paul's career was the way it was supposed to go. The only thing I hate for Chris Paul in his career that they did him dirty is when they didn't let him get traded to the Lakers that time.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that they did him dirty, because if he would have went over there with Kobe Bryant,
they was.
Oh my goodness, they would have tore it up. In his prime, he was in his prime too. Man, mm-hmm. People forget Chris Paul in his prime was a monster.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing that's dirty that's happened to Chris Paul during his career. But his antics and the way he talks and the way he goes about his business, the little slick stuff that he does, he went out the way that he was supposed to. You made those decisions to go to those teams and you ruffled feathers. You didn't even, you said, even though you more than likely were correct about that Clippers team. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was wrong. You know, there's a bunch of niggas that don't want to play, and
Clippers are horrible.
Yeah.
They're horrible. They're
So
horrible.
I just think Chris Paul, the way that it went towards the end, is kind of sad. But he had a hell of a career, man. Hall of Famer, first ballot. He's all right. He's with the Banana Boat Boys over there with Rich Paul and all them, man. He's good, man. But the only thing that happened to Chris Paul I didn't like is when they didn't allow him to get traded to the Lakers.
Yeah. Coach agrees with you, man. They should have let that trade happen. You know, I was a big Kobe Bryant fan, so you know, I wanted to see that. You know, him and Chris Paul be on the same team, but
Be right back.
it's it just never happened. It never materialized, and unfortunately for Chris, not able to get a ring, but hell of a career, 21 seasons. So did it for a long time, did it at the highest level. Salute to him and his dwellings after basketball. That being said, man, we're gonna wrap this one up. Team Vince. In case anybody is interested, Team Vince wins the Rising Stars Championship tonight, defeating Team Mello. I know y'all was pumped up for that one. Couldn't wait for the outcome. But yeah. But that's all we got tonight for NBA Heat Check, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. This was me, Unpopular Opinion Sports with Big Pat Sports Talk, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Chris Paul. Shout out to tanking in the NBA. Get rid of it. Fix that shit. We don't want to see it. You know, we want to see. And I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I like to go to basketball games, and it happened to me. You know, it was a preseason game, though, but did go to a game. No, it wasn't a preseason game. It was a regular season game, matter of fact. Went to a Nets-Bucks game, wanted to see Giannis. Giannis didn't play because he was resting. So get rid of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just playing devil's advocate, man. I'm all against the tanking in the NBA, man. But that being said, man, Pat, you know what to do, man. Take us up out of here, man. We got the Heat Check. Yeah.
And NBA Heat Check with yours truly, Unpopular Opinion Sports NYG 22. Go to his channel, check out the Unpopular Zone on Unpopular Opinion Sports, his main and personal channel. I'm Big Pat Sports Talk. This is the ABSN. Go check me out on New York Giants Full Access on my personal channel, Big Pat Sports Talk. And this has been the NBA Heat Check. I'm finna eat this food, gonna go to sleep, get ready to work some more tomorrow morning, man. Until next time on the Heat Check, y'all know what it is, man. Peace.